In this video, you will see the culture differences between the Philippines and Japan through the types of nonverbal communication. In Filipino culture, the use of body language and hand gestures are very common in daily communication. If you're an expat living in the Philippines, you would want to familiarize yourself with these common gestures to avoid any misunderstanding. Here are a few common forms of nonverbal communication and what they mean in the Philippines. Japanese culture is considered high context, meaning that people rely far less on words to communicate meaning than they do on nonverbal cues. The Japanese will illustrate cultural differences in nonverbal communication, value group needs above the individual, and place a strong emphasis on social harmony. Because of this, most interactions are defined by a certain degree of vagueness and ambiguity. One of the types of nonverbal communication is the kinetics. Under the kinetics is the emblem or direct translations. Instead of lifting a hand or finger or arm which uses unnecessary energy, Filipinos sometimes use their pointing lips to point at a certain object or direction instead. Many foreigners find this funny and confusing, but these gestures is very common and unique to Filipinos. Japanese people often nod to acknowledge what is said. However, this does not always mean they agree or understand. It is primarily a gesture made out of politeness. Paralanguage reveal emotions and intentions. Silent looks. Usually when Filipino parents give this fiery-eyed silent look to their child, it automatically means that the child should stop whatever he or she is doing. This is one way of Filipino parents to warm or control their children in public without negatively catching many people's attention. The Japanese rely on facial expression, tone of voice, and posture to tell them what someone feels. They often trust the nonverbal messages more than the spoken words, as words can have several meanings. For example, in Japanese culture, people are taught not to maintain eye contact with others because too much eye contact is often considered disrespectful. Haptics or touch, physical contact. Among relatives or friends of the same gender, it is common for Filipinos to walk hand in hand or arm in arm. This is generally done so as a sign of affection, friendship, or if they are shy and would like someone to accompany them. Filipinos tend to be modest and conservative in their interactions with their significant other, and public display of affection among couples, such as kissing or hugging, is quite uncommon. The Japanese culture does not show public affection even in greeting friends or family member. Greeting are shown by a bow, which is equivalent to a hug in our culture. This doesn't mean that they don't love their friends, family, and romantic partner as much as we do. This just means that they choose to be private in their displays of adoration and love.
Miss, see your daughter and mother-in-law.
Proxemics in personal space. When interacting with people they are familiar with, Filipinos tend to prefer standing at an arm's length from one another. Around strangers, the distance is farther. However, in public areas like a market or subway, personal space is often limited and pushing is common. In Japan, personal space requirements also differ depending on the context. While in crowded situations, the Japanese may require a great deal of personal space. When in crowded situations, such as a public transportation, it is common for them to accept a fair deal less. Chronemics or time. Filipino being late for an appointment or taking a long time to get down to business is the accepted norm in the Philippines. Up to 15 minutes, leeway is still considered on time. Usually in the Japanese time system, being on time refers to expected delays of less than 1 minute. Hope you understand the culture differences between the Philippines and Japan through the types of nonverbal communication. Thank you for watching.